Check out your mind. 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 That's right. Check out your mind. Somebody's checking in or somebody's checking out. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Glad to see you. Glad you can make it. Hey, here we go. Here we go. We're here to chop it up one more again. Hopefully, we get to some good stuff this evening. But in the meantime, in between time, let's first do some PSA. Okay, so you can catch me on Facebook. You can catch me on the Twitter, or you can catch me on the YouTube. Just go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're watching on the YouTube channel. Or you can go ahead and give me a like, if you hit me on the Facebook, go ahead and put a little comment in, tell me how you feel about the night's program. It's all good, because all we're going to do is just chop it up. Hey, I'm your host today, and hopefully you get an opportunity to see what we're talking about, and if you're not going to watch it live, hit me up on the different platforms, and put in a comment and tell me what you're thinking about. As we're talking about today, baby, we want to check out our minds, baby. Check out our minds, because when they control our minds, man, they control the purse. But we don't want to do it in the reverse. We want to make sure that we have control of our own minds, that we are doing our own thinking, and we're asking what we want. Let them dictating what they're going to give us. Yeah, so there's a couple of things we want to talk about today, and hopefully, we come on some kind of conclusion and just, just food for thought, So yeah, we as a community, yeah, we got our own mind, and we got our own specific needs, and I can dig it. You know what I mean? I can understand it. You know, but I'm not here to tell you what's good for you. That's an individual thing that you're going to have to do for yourself. However, I'm just going to put out some information. That's all. I'm just going to put it out there, and what you do with it is what you do with it. But as I always say in every program, hey, listen, I'm not anti anybody or anything. I'm not anti-black. I'm not anti-white. I'm not anti-Jewish. I'm not anti anybody or anything. You know, transsexual, whatever LTBG, FQT. I'm not against it. Oh, I know that, but I'm just pro black, ADOS black, lineage black. Okay, that's just me. That's just what I do. That's what I am. That's what I'm going to be. And so I'm going to be talking about our stuff. I'm going to be talking about our stuff. It's just for the record. We're going to talk about the word on the street. What's going on in our community, what's good for our community, and hey, from my point of view. Now you can have your own point of view. You can put it in the comment section, or you can do what you want. Live like you live. But I'm just here to tell you. I'm here to tell you tonight. It's going to be tight tonight. It's going to be tight tonight. So we just want to check out your mind this evening and see what you're thinking about a couple of topics. So buckle up, buckle up, buckle up. We're gonna go with it. Now we're not gonna stay too long. We're just gonna chop it up a little bit and dice it a little bit and add a little something, take up a little something. We're just gonna make a meal. Okay. All right. So you know what? I'm looking at a couple of things that really have me baffled. This thing we call justice system. Man, if that ain't a bunch of mind games, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. This justice system they have here in America. If it's not a mind twister, a mind bender, I don't know what it is. You know, it's it's so twisted. That's the best word I can use for it. It's so twisted. I mean, you got 50 states doing 50 different things. Yeah, 50 states doing 50 different things. Now I can understand, property things, but I'm talking when it comes to human beings. You know, I shouldn't be able to get caught up in a system where in one state, and I'm talking about something personal. I'm not talking about no garbage. I'm talking about something personal where my life is in the balance simply because another state is doing it this way. And another state is doing this way. Now, so what am I talking about? What am I talking about? Now, if you can remember, there was a lady in Texas, and uh, uh, she was sentenced, 5 years. She was sentenced 5 years for attempting to vote in Texas. Now, she made a mistake. She thought she was eligible to vote. It wasn't like that she was trying to, hide the fact. She just thought she simply made a mistake, which people do every day. Now, I want you to check out your mind. I want you to use your put your thinking cap on. Fast forward that thing to D.C. There was a lady. She was part of this that's insurrection that stormed the Capitol on January 6th, because she was mad about the voting that took place in last November, and she was part of the Stop the Steal. Yeah, she was part of the Stop the Steal narrative. And so she wasn't happy with that voting decision. So her and a friend decided that they would come to D.C. and protest. No. It's nothing wrong with protesting. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about protesting, simply protesting. That's not what it is. What she did, she went inside the Capitol alongside those other hoodlums. That's what I'm gonna call them, hoodlums, and they breached the Capitol. Now, I'm just trying to use my mind for a second now. Well, what are these two things? What are these two things have in common? What do these two things have in common? It's about the vote. It's about the so-called vote. Yeah. One voted, uh, and she thought she was eligible, and one of them voted and didn't like the decision. Now that's where the string it touches these two things. One voted, they thought it was eligible, and they voted when they weren't allegedly not supposed to. And that's a story we're going. We got time. I want to get to that story, but the state of Texas said no, 5 years, and now here in D.C., this person had voted but didn't like the outcome of the vote, leaves Indiana and comes all the way down to D.C. and was part of the party that inside the Capitol, and it caused a rush because somebody died. Somebody died. And the judge gave her 3 years probation, and she was fined some monies. But hold now. 3 years probation, no jail time. No, you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me that you were part of an insurrection in which you only got 3 years of probation? Now I can't fault the judge for giving that, because that was because the case that the prosecutors charges, they gave her misdemeanor charges. What? And so hey, he called him like he it's not, listen now, listen to what I'm telling you now. Listen to what I'm telling you. The judge called the balls and strikes according to what was presented to him. So who was at fault here? That persecutor. So I got I got a thing, because here it is. That thing fell under the DOJ, the Department of Justice, DOJ. That's a yeah, DOJ. That's that Merrick Garland thing. Yeah, people are raising the stink because they got his he didn't become a Supreme Court justice, but hey, at the further view and the things that he's doing, I'm glad he didn't become a justice, because he's out there. That's my opinion. He's out there. Some of the decisions that he make are strictly against us. They're not in our interest. He's something that you could tell he was an Obama pick. Yeah, you could tell that Merrick Garland was one of those Obama picks, because he was definitely not for us. Was definitely not for us. You know, I want to be fair now, because I just want to be fair about it. But this is how I see it. Merrick Garland is in charge of the Department of Justice right now. He's the head honcho. He's the man in charge. He's the Attorney General of these United States, and so he's charge of all the prosecutors, on the department. And it was a federal crime. Now, this was a federal crime. It can't be anything else but a federal crime. So it happened on a federal land. And so he gave them he had to give the instructions. Or if he didn't give the instruction, then again he's the derelict of his duty. Because this is not it's not a small thing that happened on January 6th. And if he's not minding the store, come on now, we got to see again. Here we go. They think we're crazy. They think we're crazy. They're trying to play this Jedi mind trick on us, talking about let's all get along. Let's all get along. Man, you're killing us. You're like that movie that's called Mars Attack, and these big head green people are walking around. We come in peace, but they're killing everybody. They say, they're telling we're coming in peace, but they're shooting and killing everybody. They're doing harm as they're talking about we're coming in peace, but they're killing and shooting everybody. That's what these people are acting like. Come on now, think about it. Think about it. They're like big head green people running around here talking about we coming in peace, but you're just killing us. You're killing us, Mark. Golly, yeah, you're killing us. Tell them, let's get along. How can we get along when we haven't even addressed the issue that's important to us for our lives? We're not talking about what kind of ice cream we want. We don't care about no, we ain't talking about that. What we having for dinner, we ain't talking about that. We're talking about life situation here. Real life situation. Now, the lady in Texas, she's getting 5 years because she made a mistake and voted. And the lady who voted and didn't like the decision and drive all the way from Indiana to partake in a Stop the Steal rally and ended up walking through the doors of the Capitol, where folk had died. Not just folk had died, but folk were beat up, hurt up. And she gets only thing she gets is 3 years and probation and a fine. Come on now, that don't even pass the smell test. Come on, check out your mind now. Check out your mind. Think about it. Does that work for you? It don't work for me. People, it just don't work for me. That don't work for me at all. That don't work for me at all. And the reason why it don't work for me, because it's just simply not right. I'm not even talking about fair. I'm talking about it just ain't right. Now, I can't blame her because she got off light. That's not her fault. hey, that's what I would like to have too, and I'm quite sure the lady in Texas would like to have that same kind of leniency, especially when she simply made a mistake. And not only did she make a mistake, her vote didn't even count. So there's really no harm. No harm. But what this lady did at the Capitol on January 6th, it caused harm. But does that make sense? What happened for someone to get off so light? It doesn't make any sense at all. I'm talking about, like I said, I don't. I'm not talking about fair. I'm talking about right now, because sometimes right and fair are not the same thing, and that right there just ain't right. That just ain't right at all, not at all. And so we got to do better. We got to do better, because see they're trying to mind melt us, to make us think make us think that if we just get it would just get them to calm down. But when I say them, who are the them I'm talking about? I'm talking about the white supremacists. That's who I'm talking about. If we can just get them to calm down and everything is going to be all right. What? To get them calm down? Is that how you're going to calm them down? Let them act up, cut up, and do what the heck they want, and then you're going to go ahead and give them some leniency when someone else who has paid the price. Yeah, she already served her time, and so when she got out, she thought she was free and able and eligible to vote. Look at the two things. Something just doesn't smell right. Something just doesn't smell right, and I don't understand this part. And as I said, I was going to say for later, but I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna say that right now. What harm is it for you as an American citizen? As an American citizen, what harm is it for you to cast your vote? I don't care if I don't care if you're in prison or out of prison. I don't care. If you're in prison, you still should be able to vote. What? I mean, I say the punishment should fit the crime. That's what justice is. It just seems to me that justice is the punishment should fit the crime. I don't know what crime that you can commit where your vote is taken away from you. That's a damn shame. That's what it is. There's no. I don't care if you murder somebody. I said it. Your vote should not be canceled because you murdered somebody, because that one thing has nothing to do with the other thing. It just doesn't. Oh, they're taking away your freedom. What? You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me you're taking away the freedom? That does not take away your freedom. That don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. It does not make any sense at all. Because the same people who you incarcerate for these, I'm talking about prison, you use their bodies to filter into your calculations. Now you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. You use those same folk who fits so that you can so you can allocate monies to your districts, to your counties, or whatever. Come on now, come on now. If that's not slavery, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. That's just foolish. And so that just doesn't pass the smell test. It just doesn't. Just think about it. But if you, yeah. What you mean to tell me because I'm locked up in these walls? Okay, that's my punishment is I'm locked up. So I got to stop being a human being. I got to stop being American. Is that what we're doing now? I know that's what we've always done, but we need to make sense of this, and we need to pay attention to that. I'm talking about we just need to pay attention to it. We got to stop letting these folk uh, 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 taking our people and throwing them in the deepest, darkest caves, and we are forgetting about them. Out of sight, out of mind. We can't live. We cannot live that way. We cannot live. Now, I'm not saying that some folk don't deserve to be incarcerated. Hey, I'm a proponent for that. If you did something, and it's proven that you did it, I ain't talking about no trickery. I'm talking about you definitely you did what you did, and you got to do your time. Yes, but I ain't talking for no bull now. Everything that you do is not a lock up offense. It's just not. And voting is one of them. Making a mistake in voting, that's not a lock up offense. It's just not. No sane person would do that. That is not, and it's not. It is not. It is not like this person is a habitual voter for when they knew they weren't supposed to. No, the system is so jacked up, and when we get we hear folk talking about the justice system needs to be overhauled and fixed. You damn right it need to be, and it won't get that way unless we keep on talking about it, bringing it up. Because I bet you $1 to a donut, everybody at the sound of my voice knows somebody who has been incarcerated. It has touched everybody. And if you don't have no one in your family there, it's touched you because it's a cost. There's a cost associated with someone being locked up that you're paying for, one way or the other. Now, I can't, like I said, I can't blame the lady for getting what she got, because, hey, that was me. I want that too. But I'm quite sure the lady from Texas, she wanted that same leniency. And so, hey, call your congressman and let them know. Hey, explain this to me. Explain it and make it make sense. Don't just explain it, make it make sense. How can a lady who drove all the way from Indiana to go to a Stop the Steal rally and end up inside the Capitol where people died and Capitol Police were hurt, and now you want to give her 3 years probation? That's poppycock. That's bull. That kind of shiggity don't even smell right. Well, but that's where we landed. That's where we landed. Here we go with the Jedi mind trick, baby. Check out your mind. Check it out. Go, just think about it. See if that makes sense to you. See if that makes sense to you. Moving on to the next thing. Tomorrow's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. And supposedly, Mr. Derek is going to his sentencing phase. Yeah, he's going to his, and it's big anticipation to see how much time he's going to get. I hope he don't get no damn 3-year probation. If that happens, hey, it's time to bring out the pitchforks. Yeah, it's time to bring out the pitchforks. Storm the castle, because that's some bull. But nevertheless, let's use our mind on tomorrow's sentencing. Now, now, I know Derek is going to be on the altar of the public view. I mean, he's going to be, he's going to be just like his knee was on George Floyd's neck. The weight of the world is watching what kind of sentence he's going to get now. Yeah. Because see, there is never going to be any justice for George. Man, they got statues going up, and they got, the family got a settlement, a civil settlement, and all that. But George is dead. There's no justice for him. There's none. Breonna Taylor, no justice. Michael Brown, no justice. Just there's no justice for those folk. Arbery, no justice. But what we do seek out is consequence. They'll see, consequences should be what they are, consequences. And when Derek goes to prison, just because he goes to prison doesn't mean he needs to be treated like a subhuman, even though he treated George like a subhuman, because he's still human. No matter how angry I may be about what happened, that was gotta be honest. Like I'm not gonna be wishy-washy on this thing. He still should be treated like a human being. However, he'll be a human being, should be incarcerated. I say, this. I think they said like 30 years or something like that. I say 30 plus. Ain't nothing 30 plus, 30 plus, 30 plus, because this was not an accident. He had the opportunity to stop what he was doing, but he didn't. And so, he need to get the max, whatever the max is. He need to get the max. Yeah, he need to get the max. That's what he needed to get. Yeah. So the world's gonna be watching that tomorrow. Yeah, the world's gonna be watching to see what happens to Derek, and he also has some co-conspirators who are going to be who are going to be going on trial later on this year. So I know right now they probably shaking in their boots, because what they did is just unforgivable. But here is the downside of all this. Here's the downside. I don't want Derek or his co-conspirators to be a sacrificial lamb. And so, see, we did something about it, and so let's let those them Black Lives Matter folk. We gave them something, and now we'll wait a little bit, and then we'll move on, and that's it. We'll stop talking about it. No. We don't want to. We don't need Jesus. No, we don't need a Jesus. What we need is a continuation of right laws. I think the Department of Justice should assign, not just me now. I think they should assign a special office that will go in. A group of people assigned. There's 50 states. They have at least 50. Have 50 groups that go in and check the laws, check their laws. I know it's labor intensive, but check their laws. And if there's some antiquated laws, like those Jim Crow laws, they need to get them things off the book. See, that's how they get us on a lot of things. They have these antiquated laws where they can, if they want to, serve you up on them. That's a gateway to get you in the system with these Jim Crow laws. Yeah. Yeah. And once you're in the system, it's like picking at a scab. They just keep on picking until it goes, you know, bigger and bigger and start getting infested. And then they have you. And there they have you. So David Cherry is coming up. So tell me what you think. You think he should get more than 30? Yeah, you think he should get more than 30, or you think it should be lighter than 30? I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking, but I think he should get 30 plus. That's right. I think he should get. Actually, I think he should get a year for every minute he was on that man's neck. Yeah. So that's at least 90. But anyway, yeah. So we'll be watching that. We'll be watching that Friday. So we'll be watching that Friday. Yeah. And my final thing is I don't know what to say, but like I said, we got to use our mind. We cannot fall for the okie doke again. We just can't. We can't fall for the okie doke again. Now I know desperate times call for desperate situation and different measures. But listen, let me tell you something. Two evils is not going to get it. Two evils are not going to get it. And I keep on hearing people say, I'm tired of politics. I'm tired of politics. Baby, if you're tired of politics, then you're tired of living. You're like the lamb being led to slaughter. That's exactly where you are. You're like the lamb led to slaughter. Now hopefully that you don't have to make a 24/7 thing, but you need to stay engaged. You need to stay engaged. Not only stay engaged, but stay active. Keep. Sometimes they hide stuff from you because they know you're tired. Oh, they tired. Yeah. Those folk are getting tired. The midterms coming up. We know when to turn on the water. Let them smell for a year, and then we'll turn the water back on after in November. Start in November. Listen. Don't let them do that to you. Don't let them do that to you. You know, if you're not a political beast, that's fine. But do it in moderation. Always be up on what's going on in your community. Because by the time the primaries or the election time come around and you have not been following, you're falling at the mercy of whatever group that you're going to follow. You're like Lemus, just following people off the cliff because you don't know. Oh, they look like they're going that way. Hey, let's run that way. Now, don't do that. Don't do that. Be informed. Be informed. That's all. That's all. That's all anybody can ask of you. Just be informed. You don't have to be an expert at anything. That's why you use your head. You don't have to be an expert, but you get enough information to make an important when an important decision is getting ready to come your way. You can use your head and think about it one way or the other. One way or the other. Choose you this day. That's all. And so don't get tired. Don't get tired. Yeah, don't get tired. I can tell, by some of the posts that I receive on my Facebook page. What are people's interests right now? And yeah, I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Everybody seems to be in love right now. It's like everything is in the rear. Everything's in the rear view mirror, and everything's hunky dory, and there's no problem going on. Everything just it's all good. That's how everybody's living right now. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good. You know. fine. And I can't be mad at that. If that's how you're living, that's fine. But I know you're not living that way because the numbers don't lie. You are content with the status quo. Yeah, you just you just moving. Some moving fast and some moving slow. Some moving backwards, some moving sideways. That's how we moving. But none of us gonna get to the mountaintop if we don't get the getting. If we don't get the getting, you listen to it. We're listening to the standard gatekeeper talk. The standard gatekeeper talk. Now, what I mean by that, the media, the commercial media, they're only going to tell you so much because it's not in their interest to let you know anything. They put out what they want you to know, and that's since they know that's the only place that you're getting your information, and so they are influencing you to move in that direction. They're gaslighting you. Most of them, really, the truth, honestly, they're just gaslighting the hell out of us. For those of us, who run in that direction, that's the only thing they know. I mean, that's the same thing and that's not only us. They're gaslighting everybody except for the puppet master. The puppet master, called the tune, and then we got to dance if you want to. Dance if you want to, but if you don't, hey, baby, you're what it is. You are what it is, and so we're gonna have to be smarter. There's no other way around it. I know we love our people. I know we love our children. I know we love our families. I know this. Man, listen, I see it all the time. I see it all the time. But sometimes we feel helpless, hopeless, misguided. We put our trust in a person, place, or thing, and then when it doesn't come through for us, we got our heads down, and each time it knocks the wind of us, and it's hard for us to get back up. Obama, yeah, Obama talking all kinds of stuff nowadays, and we don't, and the average ADOS folk, they get, especially women. Now I'm gonna say it. That's right, I said it. They get real upset just talk about Obama. Really, yeah, just because he can sing Little Al Green. Hey, I don't care if you can sing the whole album of Al Green. I want to see some green. That's what I want. I want to see some green that is specifically for us. Now, when you look at, we're talking about Kamala Harris, same thing. You put all your purchase power in her, and she told you in the beginning. That's right. She told you in the beginning, I'm not gonna do nothing specific for black folk. No, really. That's bad news, baby. That's just bad news. That is bad news. So we got to do better. Use your head. Use your head. This kumbaya ain't cutting it. Kumbaya just not cutting it right now. Not when you're on the brink of extinction. And I'm not. And the data just simply tells us that. Don't believe me. Believe the data. Look around. Look around. Look around. So old Tricky Joe, hey, like I said, he's doing his bipartisan rhetoric, talk. Yeah, he's doing his bipartisan rhetoric. But what about us? Aren't we part of the bipartisanship? I'm talking about ADOS folk now. I'm talking about ADOS folk, common folk, the real backbone of the Democratic Party. Because by large, we hold them up, we lift them up. Come on now, you know you do, you know you do. Now I understand that we need allies. I have no problem with allies, but what I will not or ever forsake is us. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't trade in one for the other. I need to make sure that my family is straight because they're making sure their family is straight. You better believe that. And once I got my family some shoes, and I'm able to get some more shoes, I'll give them a pair. I'll help them put some shoes on their feet. But I got to make sure my baby's got shoes for their feet. Yeah, I got to make sure my babies have shoes for their feet. And so this kumbaya stuff that's going on, bipartisanship. Hey, hey, listen. You and your bipartisanship, if it's not helping us specifically, then it's not helping us. Because what's going to happen? Everybody got the 1,400. Oh, well, see, that 1,400 that you received, that may have got you. That didn't even bring you. That didn't even bring you to the floor, because you've been living sub basement, practically all your life. For the majority of us, you've been living sub basement for the majority of your life. So $1,400 is, it didn't bring you. It didn't even bring you to the steps. It didn't bring you to the steps, baby. That $1,400 didn't even bring you to the steps because we've been living in the sub basement too long. And so what we're going to have to do, we need to not only get out of the basement, but we need to get to the top floor. And the only way that we're going to start to get to the top floor is we're going to have to start addressing our needs. And we're going to make sure that they know what our needs are. Be specific about our needs. When I talk about the reparations for the ADOS folk, and some of you folk don't even know what that is, that's a damn shame. It is. It is. It is. That just tells me that you're not following your issues. Or you think you're so high and mighty that the rest of your family don't deserve or need or even want reparations. Well, you're foolish. That's why we're in the state that we are in now. It's because even during the plantation day, you always had somebody who thought, "No, Mr. Charlie will never let us free." Well, that's right. He has not let us free, but we're free-ish. We're more advanced now than we were back then, but don't stop the work. I'm not going to say we're free. We're not free. We're free-ish because they still have control. If you don't think so, look at the prison system and see how many black folk are locked up. Yeah, that's freedom for you. And so until Kamala Harris, and until Clyburn, until Booker's, and the Al Sharptons and the Rainbow Coalition, talking about Messy Jesse, until all of them get out of the way and really start, and we start pressing our case, we're going to always be subjugated to these folk because they're gonna make sure that their people get first. They're going to make sure that they get and we get that Ronald Reagan trickle down economics. Is that what we want? No, use your head now. Use your head. Don't settle. Don't settle. Well, I'm going to go ahead and close it out now because, woo, Hey, I know I spilled a lot of beans this evening. I know I spilled a lot of beans. But tell me what you think. Again, I'm here on Mondays and Thursdays at 9 o'clock. I try to be prompt. I try to be prompt. And if you don't catch the show live, you can catch it on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. Tell me how I'm doing. Check me out. Share it. Go ahead and share this get out to share it with somebody. Let's catch this thing on fire. Let's talk about it. Put in a comment because this is the thing. This is the thing. It's getting late in America. It really is, especially for us. It's getting late as hell. It's dark out there. And the only way we're going to see our way into the future is if we shine some light. We got to get yeah, if we shine some light, these cats will start scaring like cockroaches. And I mean cockroaches. So until the next time, my brothers and sisters, I love you and not a thing you can do about it. Just check out your mind.